What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Social Cut. And today we're back in the shop recording. I'm still trying to figure out if I should keep recording in the shop at home. I think I'm just gonna take it depending on the topic, but we're doing grooming. I think I'm gonna keep it here in the shop. The only thing is that I don't like about in here, and you guys tell me, is the echo. It's a pretty big space where the ceilings are pretty high here in the shop if you haven't been to my shop here, but I can't complain, man. Hopefully you guys can really notice the difference. But anyways, so let's get into it, guys. I want to start talking about, do more some grooming videos. I've been getting a lot of questions. Clients here on my chair, they ask me a ton of questions, and I never really thought about it, but I should make videos on all the questions they have, because I'm guessing if they're not the only person that have the same questions. So one of my recent clients asked, let me get a taper fade, right? And I said, all right, sure, no problem, let's do a taper fade. But before I even give them the taper fade, it's a pretty common question that I get, guys, or I should say guys don't know the difference between a taper fade and a fade. A taper fade is a type of fade. So what a fade is exactly what it sounds like. It fades. So you cut your hair, let's say 1, 0, whatever it is, and it fades into a higher number. So let's say you're doing a 0, it goes from a 0, 0.5, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. That is a fade. So that's generally speaking what a fade is. But now we go into what type of fade. So to let you guys know, there's a taper fade, there's a low fade, mid fade, high fade, a high and tight. So there's tons of different type of fades. So it's really important for you guys to know, if you guys come in here or go to wherever you go get your haircut, and let them know what type of fade you're looking for. So if you have a good barber, he's gonna ask you what type of fade you're looking for. Guys will come in here and they always get it confused. They always say, hey, can I get a taper with a 0, 1, whatever, right? So I say, hey, you know what, no problem, man, let me hook you up. I'm gonna give you a taper fade. So I give you a taper fade, and guess what happens? It's not what they're looking for. So I'm gonna go over them really quick, what each fade is. So let's start off with a taper fade. So a taper fade, guys, is the lowest fade you can possibly get. It's only the sideburns and the neck area. So it's really, really, really low. Again, it's just the sideburns and the neck area. It's gonna be dark, or the dark area is not gonna go all the way around. And that was a mistake I did when I first started. It was when anyone says, hey, can I get a taper fade? No problem, I give them exactly what they asked for, a taper fade, but what they were actually asking for was like a low fade or a mid fade. So when I would do the haircut, I'll show it to them. They're like, wait, what's going on here? Why is it just the sideburn and the neck area blended or faded, right? I wanted like a taper all the way around. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's a low fade, mid fade, you know? So it's nothing wrong with that. Basically, I would have to do the haircut all over again. So that's something that, for you barbers out there, want to make sure you know the difference, and especially for you clients out there who are going into the barbershop and don't get the haircut you want or the fade you want, because you got to make sure you ask what fade you're looking for. But you know, it's a barber's responsibility. It's their job to make sure to educate you and let you know, making sure that you're getting the right fade that you want. The next one is a low fade. So the next fades are pretty self-explanatory. It's a low fade, so it's really, really low. Let's say you're doing a 0. The 0 starts about the sideburn area, but it goes all the way around, and then it fades up from a 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, so on and so on. Mid fade now. So mid fade, the 0, you're starting with the 0. All these fades I'm going to go talking about with the 0. You can do it with the 1, 2, whatever, but I'm going to talk about with the 0. So mid fade starts about the temple area, a little bit below the temple area, the 0. So you take the 0 right about the temple area, or maybe a little lower, and then the fade starts from there. So you're going to start seeing the dark area where you can see the gradient, the darker where the fade really starts. It's going to be more in the mid area of your head, which is a mid fade. So now the high fade, you take it above the temple area. So remember this, wherever you want the fade, you're gonna, the 0, the shortest part is gonna start below it. So that's another thing, another question I get with guys, clients. They ask me, let's say they want a mid fade, and I take it to the 0, pretty low to the sideburn, or you know, right above the sideburn area, and they're like, oh no, I want a mid fade, can you take the 0 higher? So I have to explain to them, well, if you want a mid fade, I have to start with the 0 lower, because once you start seeing the fade, it's gonna start in the middle. And some of these guys know, they want me to take the fade, the 0 to the mid area of the head. I'm like, okay, but it's gonna be more of a high fade. So if I take the 0 all the way to the temple area, when I start fading it, it's gonna look like a high fade. So do you guys understand where I'm going with? So back to the high fade. So it goes about the temple area, because when I start fading it from the mid, it's gonna start going up, and you'll start seeing the fade higher. The high and tight fade, it's more of a military style cut, very clean cut. That's pretty high. It's above the temple area. And so there's very little room to fade, so that is what a high and tight fade is. So hopefully you guys get an idea of what the type of fades are. So the difference between a taper fade and a fade. Remember, taper fade is a type of fade. Fade is what you're asking for. Make sure you guys know, if it's a taper fade, low fade, mid fade, high fade. But yeah, guys, so hopefully this helped out. You guys get an idea of what to ask for when you guys come into the shop. But you guys already know, you guys come here at my shop, man. I'm gonna take care of you guys. Make sure you guys know what you guys are asking for. And make sure you guys bring in pictures. I will show you guys pictures whenever I see someone who's not too sure. They get confused when I say, they ask me, hey, can I get a taper fade? And I explain to them, they're like, well, just as long as it fades. I'm like, I gotta show you a picture, man. I wanna make sure we do it right, get it right. And usually I show them the picture and yeah, we'll figure it out. But hey, it works out. So yeah, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions on the type of fades, any other type of questions you guys have grooming related. I wanna do more, maybe a specific section on just everything grooming, from guys just asking me anything. I actually did one just on cow licks, how to comb your cow lick. Those videos don't take too long to make. I can answer those questions pretty quick. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Show some love, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, these tips, thumbs up, guys. Don't forget to follow me on social media at The Social Cut and subscribe to my channel, fellas. All right, guys, thanks a lot, man, and we'll see you next time.